welcome back, everybody, to episode 16 of Crush Plays D&D. Joined by Christine, Dan, Al, Brooke, Jordan, and myself, Andrew, as we try and wrap up this adventure tonight. Maybe.
And Elephanto, the elephant, is also part of the party.
And don't forget Elephanto.
Who could
the
forget
hero of the
Elephanto?
group.
Mm-hmm.
As we have noted, who has been taking some serious hits for the party. So do we need to recap anything? It's only been a week, so this should all be fresh in our minds.
We fought a big ass worm.
Oh, we killed a worm.
Yeah, like in Tremors.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. The carrion crawler.
Explictica cheated a lot.
Yeah. She's kind of a baby.
She is a coward and won't stand and fight.
Well, yeah, because we just got fire rained down on us. And with mixed results, a lot of us were fine. Some people sort of died. I won't name names. I won't name names.
I won't name names.
Ouch.
I won't name names. That's good.
Yeah, so that's where the action last found us. Our poor Nimmerlian was lying on the ground in a pool of fire blood. Yeah.
Is she Nomorlian?
Oh, Andrew.
I tried, but I don't think that was as good as naming Nims. All right, let's go right back to the map there. And I had just sent that fireball and conducted that damage. I had not finished Explica's turn because why, of course, would she remain within striking distance of the party when she could just as easily move back here?
Classic Explictica.
Explictica. But that will be the end of her turn. So that was on 15. Next up is Norman at 9.
So she's above the water right now. I can see where she is at present moment.
Yeah, let's say that she feels pretty good about the damage that she has just inflicted on you all.
All right. Well, then I'm moving to the beach, and I'm looking her right in her snake eyeballs. And I'm going to use the wand that Ramna gave me again that had previously birthed Elephanto. I don't really know. I'm guessing it won't be an elephant again. But something will get hurled at Explictica. If I wield this, there's another charge left in this thing?
Well, let's find out. There is, in fact, another charge left in it. So let's have you roll the 100-sided die.
What?
Yeah, the D100 at the very end there.
Public roll 42.
42. You managed to shoot a lightning bolt out of the...
Ooh!
That is
So
a pretty great hit.
It's not just a list of animals?
It's not just full of animals, no.
Oh.
You
It's
got
squirrels.
lemurred.
Yeah. Also, Norman, do you still have my bardic inspiration, or have you used it?
Oh, I don't believe I have used it, but I don't think it applies to that D100.
You don't need to use it now.
No,
But
but
I'm just
good
putting
call.
it out
Thank
there.
you.
You're welcome.
In this case, she makes a saving throw. In this case, she makes it handily. So, Al, you're going to roll 8 six-sided die for your lightning damage, but she will only take half of that.
Okay, 8 six-sided die is all right though.
Yeah. That's really awesome.
And here we go.
30 points. Gee willikers. Okay, so she takes half of that. And so as you point the wand at Explica and sort of evoke the power within it, a blast of lightning shoots out of it, and it's like Ghostbusters style as you're holding on, and it connects between you and her and the water surrounding her. She's jolted by this lightning blast and screams and howls in pain, but is not yet defeated.
She took 30 hit points?
15.
15.
50.
Oh, 15. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's still a good hit.
That was still a great hit. She there's a big chunk that's blasted off of her when you do that, so it certainly had an impact.
I like that.
So, Norman, that's your action. Did you want to do anything else?
I don't think because I don't get a bonus action when I use that wand. I can move away, but that's about it.
That's correct.
All right. Well, I'm going to hide behind this pillar again.
Capital idea.
Very good.
Hey, man, it works for Explictica.
Yep. Excellent. Then it's Elephanto's turn, who is, let's see, how does he react to that? Or she? Maybe it's a she. Let's find out.
Elephantina.
Then it would be
Odds,
elephant.
it's female. Male, so it's a he, Elephanto. And how does he react to that lightning bolt? Does he enjoy that? Not at all.
Uh-uh.
Elephanto charges away from the lightning bolt. Which
Stomping
means,
Nemerlian.
yeah, charging over top of Nemerlian.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, so let's have you make your first death save, Nemerlian, as you take some damage from that.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Elephant kills me. I'm gonna be so pissed.
No,
Oh.
you make your death save, so you're fine. In fact, you have made your first of 3 life saves, anti-death saves, so you're all good.
Mhm.
That's Elephanto's turn as he reaches the end of that hallway and smacks into the solid wall or comes up short or something. Meanwhile, we will go to the top of the next round, round 10. This is like the longest combat ever.
Hey,
where
Andrew, I can't get the dice thing away now. And when I click on it, it's hidden behind the dice screen.
that's
Oh,
strange.
if I click on, I see what I can do. I can actually manually click them away. Perfect.
That's
Okay.
the point. Yep.
I didn't hear that
Excellent.
part. All right.
Okay.
With my move, I'm going to come down here next to Nemerlian. And I'm going
Formerly
to...
Nemerlian.
Hey,
Formerly
I am
Nemerlian.
not at that level.
Formerly Nima.
And I am
don't
going
want to be Nima.
to use Cure Wounds on her.
Okay.
So that's plus a die 8 with my modifier, which is a +4.
Indeed.
So that's an 8.
Thank
Sweet
you.
8 hit points. Restores Nemerlian.
I will take it.
There we go.
Oh, my wounds have been.
And I say, look, I may be no Joe John Dron John, but you're welcome.
Nima's back?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
And
Back in action, baby.
with my last move, Andrew, I'd like to coax Elephanto out of hiding and back to its shield area. It can squeeze. It can squeak
Sorry?
by Nemerlian though. Before I do that, it can squeak by Nemerlian without stomping on her again, right?
I would say, yeah, it's got.
Yeah, it
enough
can go
room
to the left
squeeze
there.
by.
Okay, so I need to roll 2
Also,
die
that-
20.
The elephant did not act as a shield for me when the fire came.
Yes. Fire kind of gets everybody. Yes, let's have you roll your animal handling. Since you've got your animal friendship spell going, you make that roll at advantage.
Yeah, and that's a +6 animal handling.
You're going to need to beat a
yeah,
15. You need to beat a
Okay.
15 on this because it did not like the lightning, did not like it one bit. Oh, you roll handily. Yeah, it's totally
yeah.
cool with that.
So I would like Elephanto to come back over. Can I move Elephanto? Am I able to do that? No, I'm not.
It's
Where am
not
I?
its turn yet.
Oh, I thought it. Oh, so it will move there when
On its turn, yeah.
on its.
But
turn.
it'll follow your instructions. on
Okay,
its
so Andrew, I would like it to go here on its turn.
turn. Roger that.
Thank you.
I will park the little thing there for that.
And that is my turn.
Okay, so next up is Golanda at 17.
Should I go heal Nima more, or should I try and attack?
Wait, we're both at 8 now, so I think.
Yeah, I'm good. Eight's honestly pretty good for me.
And I'm at
Okay.
10.
Explictica is rarely available for attacks.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
She probably should be dived.
I'm going to try and use a spell then. And I'm going to go and use Shatter on Explictica.
Ooh. Okay. So as we all know, Shatter is another saving throw spell. She's going to make a Constitution saving throw. And she gets a +2 on that. So you can roll your damage in the meantime because it's just straight up damage. What's your spell DC?
My spell DC is 12.
Okay, she got a 13. Which
Boo.
means she makes her save.
But she'll take half.
But she'll take half as much, yeah. So
Okay.
as we all know, you're doing 3 die thunder damage. Or 7.
Woohoo!
Yay. Kablamo.
Okay,
Wow.
she is, and she's moved by that too, I think. Eh?
Ooh. I was too. It was beautiful.
No, I'm thinking of something else, maybe.
Thunder wave moves them by 10 feet. Shatter does not.
Right, and you did shatter, right? So she's just shattered. So again, another triumphant smashing spell out Explica's way, and you can see scales blast off of her snake-like form as she screams in pain and fury, but is not yet dead. And looks at you with anger and hatred. Not yet dead. You doing anything else, Glanda?
That's it for me, thanks.
Okay. A newly awakened Nimmerilian.
Oh. She's she's gonna chromatic orb that. I think that's probably
dead here.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna chromatic orb her.
The old sea orb.
Okay.
The old
sea orb.
sea orb.
Feels to me like you're making a
So-
ranged spell attack.
Correct. So that's gonna be attack bonus of 7 because I'm a
Okay.
smarty pants.
Yeah.
Nice. So 20. That's gonna hit.
That will make it past your armor class.
Didn't mean to act like a DM there. Okay.
No, that's fine. You are in fact
Okay.
right.
3d8s. Here we go. I'm gonna roll this publicly.
What
for
kind of
everyone.
damage are you casting her
Oh,
way?
we're gonna keep with the lightning and the thunder because she's in the water and it just crackles her skin.
It's dramatic
Burns
that
her.
way. Yeah.
Sure is.
All right, 11. That's that's good. That's all right.
Okay. She again with the thunder and the lightning smashes into her, and another chunk of snake flies off. And you see a look of terror on her face, but she is still above the waves, writhing in this pain.
Okay. I'm gonna also move. Oops! The music's coming on. Stop that. Music. I'm so sucky at moving her. I just want to. Nope. Can't.
You've got those arrows on the top too, as well. If you want to move her square by square.
Give me a second. You give me a second. There.
Nice.
Tergar, human shield.
We all know.
Or
Joe Jondron at 15. I'm assuming that's it for Nimmerilian?
And she also puts her hands on him and goes, "Thank you, you brave and beastly soul, for my life."
I mean, you were there.
Cool. So we've got Joe Jondron now at 15.
Well, I don't think I have any other choice. I'll have to throw a javelin at her.
Oh, hold on. Have you thought about negotiating?
I think we're past that stage. I'd love to be able to do it, but I think at this point, I have no choice but to throw a javelin. Now,
I love it if this kills. This will make me so happy.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to add divine favor to this.
Oh, what's that?
Whoa.
That do.
Let's tell us about Divine Favor, Joe Jondron.
Well, until the spell ends, my weapon attacks deal an extra 1d4 radiant damage on a hit.
Oh, and I think
Nice.
that's a bonus action as well to cast that spell.
Wait, what does that mean?
It means that if it's a normal spell, then it would take your action to cast it, and
Yes,
you
right.
would have an action left to attack with.
Yes.
So, yeah, do it.
Okay, terrific. So I'm going to roll a public D20.
Yes, you are.
Great.
And Mister.
Yeah, you tell me, build it up for me. This amazing hit that you're about to launch with the full favor of your god behind you.
Describe the whiff.
Well,
Just
I felt
describe the whip for all of us.
I felt a tingling sensation and a great warmth stemming from my lower half, and then I realized I was actually just peeing myself. And then I missed because
The javelin launches far and long and wide as all eyes upon it as it lofts through the air and ploops into the water before Explitica.
Okay, so I have one more javelin for those keeping track.
Okay.
Okay. That was going to be a question. It is now Explitica's turn.
Nimble
Well,
those
seeing as
Shouts, nice shot.
yes, that's
They're back.
what you do. Since you've made yourself so nicely available, Jodrondra,
Oh,
let's
no.
have her go up and give you the what for. So
Whoa.
she's getting pretty low here. So she is going to bite you. But first she's going to do her, let's see if maybe she's going to charm you first. So you are a half elf, you get advantage on this. You have to make a wisdom saving throw against this effect. So you're going to roll two 20-siders and take the best one.
Okay, I'm going to roll these publicly.
Please do.
Best kind.
I'll take the 20.
Wow. Yeah.
I'll take the 20.
Oh my god. Wow.
Holy crap.
Wow, you're really playing with our emotions there.
So at 20, can you like fake that you're under the charm and then like
Ooh.
but double cross?
Ooh.
You can do anything you want if you've made your save, yeah.
Yeah, I'll let her think that she's charmed me.
Okay, she says excellent and moves on to go past you and attack Alonda instead.
Oh, boo.
And since she's
Oh.
moved past me, does that give me an opportunity attack?
In fact, she'd have to move outside of that 5 feet. So because she is essentially moved around you to get to that point, there is no opportunity for an opportunity attack.
She has an
If there was a
access.
space
okay.
between- Yeah. But let's have an attack on Glonda. What's your armor class, Glonda?
1,000,000.
Nice.
I don't think that's true.
12.
12?
12 million.
12 million.
12 million. She gets +7 on this roll.
Oh,
She
boo.
gets, oh, yeah, she'll hit you for sure. You need to make a Constitution saving throw for me
Okay.
as you take, first of all, you take
Oh.
just a little bit.
Poison?
Yeah, there's poison on this for sure. How did you
19.
make that?
Nice.
You make that easily. So you take, fight, you take, I just saw that, forgot it. So you take 9 points of damage, but
Mhm.
you also take half of this, 2d8, which is 11. So you take another.
Is it poison?
rounding. It is poison, yes. Oh,
I have advantage against poison on poison saving throws.
we
I
should
thought
have
you
known
already
that.
passed poison saving throw.
If she'd failed, we'd make a bigger deal out of it. But in fact, she succeeded. So,
Okay.
so altogether, you took.
But I have resistance
n-
against poison damage too. So what is I don't know what that means if I get half damage or something.
I guess you would take half again. So we are at now 3 points of poison damage and 9 points of bite damage. So 12 points of damage total you just took.
What's
12
your
it
health
is.
That's Maglanda.
8.
at? You're at
Way to
8
go,
now?
girl.
Yeah. I'm part
Okay.
of the 8 crew.
Part of the 8 crew.
What's
Okay.
up? Bow, 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 bow.
This is good to know, though. I think we can knock
Yeah.
her out before she. I hope we can knock her out before it gets to her again.
Yeah, we're the sideways infinities.
That was, and
Sideways
she's
infinities.
screaming in her and as she's going here, she's her long tail still coming out of the water. She's so.
And oddly,
giant.
it's in Swedish.
99 Luftballons.
So that was
She too
Explicit on
has her
15.
armpits.
We're at Norman on 9. What is Norman gonna do?
Oh,
He literally tears a piece of flesh off of Glonda.
I will say
I
this
mean-
to you, Norman. You
Mhm.
might want to make room for Elefanto just in terms of where you position yourself.
yeah. Well, yeah, I guess I will start by I guess just move into the other side of Glonda.
Mhm.
So, okay, as not a magic person, the wand I just used, is it out of commission for a period of time? I mean, she's close enough. I could just poke her in the eye with it, right?
You could indeed do that.
But
You
magic-wise,
You don't know is the long and the short of it. It might have charges left in it. It
Oh.
might not.
but it's my turn. If I wave it and it fails, then that's that, right?
That is your action if you
Okay.
if you do that.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, given that she is right effing there, I'm gonna radiant bolt.
Use my inspo. if you
Yeah.
want.
Yes. Yeah. I'm gonna try and hit her with a radiant bolt and see what happens.
Okay. So that is a ranged spell attack. So you get to roll your 20-sider.
Oh, right. It's ranged spell attack. So can I have retroactively moved a little further away?
You sure can. If you move away, she will get to opportunity attack you with her reaction.
What? Oh, because I
Yeah.
was right here.
No, as long as you stay in contact with her, she can't do that to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll.
But if you go to that point,
There, you're fine.
one further, yeah, you're fine there. If you moved one further away like you did, then she would have opportunity attack.
Okay, then yeah, from range attack from right next door. Here we go. Hang on. I only need to roll one. So I can decide that the Bardic Inspiration is rolling an advantage, but I can decide after the fact if I'm inspired.
Nope, you adding your die is a die 6, Christine. I think is a die 6. You basically get to add another die onto the roll that you make. Yeah. You're
Yeah,
not
it's
rolling
a
an
yeah,
advantage.
it's a D6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So if
great.
you miss, like, then you can say, "Oh wait, I'm going to roll my Bardic Inspiration," and you can roll and add that
Okay.
on, and maybe that's enough to get you there.
Okay, perfect, great. So I'm just rolling public D20,
Yes, sir.
Radiant Bolt, 16.
Not even necessary to use your Bardic Inspiration. You hit her.
Cool. And then so now I get to roll a D4 plus 4, I believe.
D4. If you down, I'll get
Get
down.
down on you.
D4?
Yes, it is D4 plus 4 radiant damage.
That's 6 points.
Points. Blammo! You take another big chunk out of her. She screams in pain, but she is still up.
So I'm going to spend a key point and Radiant Bolt her again.
Cool.
Wait, do I get actually hand? Do I get to spending a key point? Do I get to do it twice? I forget. Maybe not. Attack
You
action.
can make this twice as a bonus action. So when you make the spell attack twice, yes. So you could do it one more time by spending a key point.
By spending another key point.
Yeah.
Or I want to spend one key point for sure. Attack again. I just thought maybe for some reason I thought maybe I got to do it twice. Anyway, here we go. Attack number 2, 7. Oh, I don't know if Bardic Inspiration will help. 13.
So what is your total now?
Oh, hand. It would be 7 plus the attack bonus of 6, which is 13, plus my
Right now
inspiration.
you're missing.
Yeah. So plus
Okay,
6
I think
in inspiration.
Well, you have to roll a die 6
Okay.
if you're gonna use her Bardic Inspiration.
I am 100%.
All right.
So 17.
That is enough to hit her.
All right.
Nice.
So inspired.
Come on, Norman.
And then a D4 plus 4 damage.
This would be so
8.
fantastic.
8 points total.
8 points of damage. You shoot your second bolt, and it hits her right between the eyes, and she falls with a great thud. And you hear the gasping noise of her last breaths come out. And as she is doing so, she is laughing, going, "You fools!
Oh no.
We'll see you again."
Wait,
And
I gotta tell her that I was faking it before she dies.
She has to know it was a ruse.
It was a ruse.
You're a big sucker. And
Wow.
even as you're watching, her giant snake form is starting to sort of sink into itself and bubble into a big line, a snake-like line of ichor in the sandy outcropping of this island.
Gross.
Did she drop any cool items like some? I don't know.
Is she-
Coins.
Like is her heart a gem or something?
Oh yeah, what was in
Something.
those
Yeah.
coins? We still need to go through those
Oh
coins.
yeah.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah,
like
I made-
one of
I
us-
made a
there's
note.
trap.
I made a note that Angel's gonna tell us how many coins we pocketed last round.
No, but wasn't there something hidden in the coins that he kept
I-
alluding to?
Oh
think
yeah,
so,
we'll all do a perception check in a minute.
All right. So with that, John Dron's no longer charmed,
And she knew it.
but she knew all along. So yeah, you see her smoking corpse disappearing. You do note at this point you are literally standing in a pile of coins and other little things. But as you are sort of starting to sift through it, I won't move all these dudes over. Here, I'll actually make her dead ski on the side. Boom. As you are starting to sift through, you hear the sound of splashing, and soon enough you see the troglodytes from down the way
I was hoping we'd see them again.
have splashed themselves into your room, and you see King Troglodyte there, leading the slowly moving phalanx. They are carrying their spears and other primitive style weapons.
Should I see them on the map right now?
I haven't bothered to move them, but I can.
Okay.
So
Well, we have
move,
good
like,
news for them.
Here, I'll move this guy here to represent, and imagine there are 11 others beside him there.
King Troglodyte, we have good news. You are now, we've installed you as leader of a provisional government.
He cocks his troglodyte head at you and says, "Your human words are strange."
Well, on October
What?
20th, when there's a democratic election, we'll get to we'll teach you all about it. It's great. Those human words you don't know, we'll colonize the shit out of this place.
He says, "Seems like you are a little bit injured from your fight with Explictica."
Oh,
Very
we're
much
not
so.
injured. We're not injured at all, my friend. There's more where that came from, and
Yeah, this is now.
let's just
Yeah.
say it's a good thing that we are friends on this day.
Yeah, we just took down Explictica, and you're gonna try to muscle us?
Yeah, don't.
Is that-
Shh, guys,
And
don't
Andrew
let-
said I lost some flesh, so I'm wondering if I'm like Harvey Dent over here. I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Like, it's fine.
Everything's fine. He looks dubiously over at your victory, and you sense that the other troglodytes behind are kind of popping knuckles and cracking things. And
Can Elefanto
hefting
come out?
spears.
Tergar, send in Elefanto.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Elefanto
Well,
never got to come out.
let's just get a lay of the land here. King Troglodyte, our agreement. We're all cool.
He looks a bit uncertain. He's sort of sizing you up and assessing the odds. Maybe.
I'd
he'll
like
take a
Elefanto
chance.
to come out. It doesn't have to do anything, but Andrew, can Elefanto come out?
And
Yeah.
trumpet a
Well,
little.
you had
show
asked
out.
him. You had asked him to move up to that point.
Yes,
It was
I
his
did.
Turn, so He'll go
Don't
there.
go here. I've been getting so much of that.
So he eventually moves up, and all the troglodytes look at this giant thing that they have never seen before, and Elephanto makes a hell of an impression. Let's even go one further and say that Elephanto makes a big trumpet noise, which will simulate with a lion, because elephant, lion, they're all the same. They say, King Troglodyte looks over at you and says, "Our agreement is good. We accept that you win this day. You may leave without any harm from us."
Do you know a shortcut?
Like through that door to the south.
Yeah.
He sort of thumbs that way and says, "They go through there. They do not usually come to our cavern."
That's helpful, yeah.
All right.
And they swim away, leaving you with your horde of...
Fonto!
Well,
So,
go ahead.
No, you first.
For Elephanto, because we have him for 24 hours, so I'd like him to stay with us if possible.
We ride him out of here.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Can we?
Can we please, Andrew? Can we keep the elephant?
We'll use the dead worm as a sled. And
My
we'll all
favorite part
ride the
is-
back of the dead worm while Elephanto tows it through.
By the time you are sort of starting to go through the coins and such, Explixica's body has more or less turned into just a pile of goo in the shape of a snake.
Never take some of that goo to step.
Oh, for sure.
You should mark that
Right.
down. And I seem to recall you made a pretty good roll for
Goo?
what you knew about Nagas.
I have, it was almost like a natural. I had like a 23 in the end. It wasn't a natural, but it was 23.
So one thing you remember about Nagas is they are a highly mystical creature that, legend has it, can only be killed with a wish. They will be temporarily slain, but over time their body will reform.
They can only be killed with a wish?
Yes.
What does that even mean?
Well, there's a very high level spell / sometimes there are items which literally give you wishes. It's a very big D&D trope, but you currently do not have any.
Let's
Everybody
make sure.
check your pockets if we have a wishing spell from what's his face.
Check the pile of gold to see if there's a wish item in there.
All right. You find in there who is going to take this? Actually, I could probably just copy and paste it in the chat.
I wrote it down, everybody.
Okay.
Thank you,
well,
Daniel.
I'll tell you what you find in here. You find around 2,000 coins of various denominations.
Okay.
You can spend some time sort of sorting through the various coins. Lots of silver coins, essentially, and then a fair amount of gold, and then some actual platinum pieces, which are really valuable. You find a lovely jeweled bracelet. There's a ruby ring. You find a curious bag that when you look inside, it's just an inky void inside, which gives you pause. And rooting around to find something, it feels strangely larger on the inside than it would appear.
Okay, Hermione Granger.
Yeah.
There are a pair of fine elven boots. There is a horn that has a very intricate design on it, which seems to be quite valuable. There is another ring, an ivory ring with very delicate filigree work on it. And
Don't look
there
that
is
way,
also...
Elephanto. Don't look.
Look away, my friend.
And then there's a ring that actually looks like it's made of very fine glass. And finally, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 potions, which are all kept inside of a box. And then there are 2 ivory tubes, which contain scrolls. And finally, you do also note that these the sconces that are providing illumination in this room are, in fact, bronze. They're what you're looking for, Brooke / Nimmeralian. They're the bronze sensors. Call them what you will.
Woo! Oh boy!
Wow.
They
Oh, that's
are
exciting.
brazier. It's a
Anything
brass
else?
brazier. Brass braziers
That's
is
the
what
word.
they are. Yes, thank you. But that is everything that is here.
So, how do we want to go through this?
I don't know.
I mean,
That's a
can we,
lot.
Andrew?
if we have bags, can we just load up Elephanto and just have them?
Well, we could do that.
Troglodytes don't need money, right?
We could absolutely do that. I have a question for you, Andrew. Is there
Yes,
any
Dan.
way to do a check on all of these items individually to see if they have any magical ability?
Wish
Sounds like
ability?
There might be a spell for
Detect
detecting magic.
magic.
Yeah, I have detect magic.
Oh, so I don't have it. I don't have it set though.
That's a cantrip, isn't it? No.
It's a
Never mind.
spell.
That's a level 1.
First level spell,
Yeah,
but it
take-
could probably be cast as a ritual.
Yeah, I can just cast that as a ritual then, so that we know what's magical and what's not.
Okay. Because we should be taking the things that will help our characters.
Indeed. So the deal is that 2 of the rings detect as magic, the horn detects as magic, the boots detect as magic, the bag detects as magic, and all of the potions and scrolls do detect as magic.
Right. Am I the only full elf?
I believe you are, yes.
Okay, well I might take the booties, since they're boots for my feet.
That they
Like, if they're magic, how do you find out what they are, Andrew?
Well, that's the trick, isn't it? You can. There is an identify spell, but
I mean,
do
I
have
feel like it would
have
be a
identified
horrible.
too, actually.
It would be a horrible mistake, but part of me wants to throw all of the gold in the bag with no bottom. But maybe it's gone forever if we do that.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Good way to store some things.
But that could
so-
that could prove ill-fated.
If Nimmerilian is taking those boots and she puts them on, and there's some sort of modifier attached to them, how is she supposed to ever know what that is?
I think our DM.
I don't.
so-
This is a
slash-
game
like,
question.
oh,
Yeah,
that
like,
did-
We just got to
Yeah,
put
and
them
I
on and find out.
we
true.
could research these
Oh,
things
okay.
when we go.
so if she
Right,
puts
we
them
can
on,
also-
then she finds out what they do.
she may find out if she tells me what she would like to do when she has them on, or if there's immediately some kind of effect by putting them on, like they tear your feet off, then you would know pretty much right away what they do.
We should just get out of here with all this stuff and then like do a training montage in the forest, trying out things like
Okay.
like Spider-Man.
Wait,
discovering
but
his
don't we have
powers.
to figure out what isn't Explictica regenerating?
Yeah, we gotta wish her dead.
I think it takes a long time for that to happen.
Do you know
Yeah, it's
that,
not-
or is
Nima,
that
no.
just
no.
a hunch?
Nima does.
That's just
Nima
my thing. I
has
thought.
heard the legends that they can not necessarily be permanently killed through normal mortal means, but that the intervention of the gods or a wish or anything like big magic like that can affect this kind of thing. But there's no real like hard and fast. They come back after 7 days or something.
Now the thing is, there's no real hard and fast. They come back after 7 days or something like that. It's more so just we need, an act of God or a wish of some kind.
It's
if we
more
do
of a
truly want to.
It's a soft and slow. It's not a hard and fast.
Mm.
Definitely a soft and slow, yeah.
Do we have anything to put all this stuff in? If we're not dividing it up till
Well,
later.
This is where you'd look at your character sheets and see what
Well, I
kind
did.
of stuff you've got.
I don't have a
Yeah.
bag.
Yeah,
Lost so much stuff.
it's
I have a
true.
belt pouch.
I
I
can
have a
carry it
backpack. Oh, I do have a backpack.
crazy, but it says the max amount of weight I can carry is 135 pounds, which seems absurdly high for a little elf.
Yeah, basically at 134 pounds, you're crawling along under the weight of your load. Like you have to imagine it being a giant pack sack underneath you. Yeah, it's more like half that is what you can comfortably carry.
Yeah, okay. So I still then could carry another 50 pounds or so comfortably.
Where do you find what the max amount of weight is?
Page 2 of your character? No, page 1 of your character sheet. At the bottom. Underneath wealth.
Oh,
so,
195 for me.
so that's the weight you can carry or the weight of your character?
The weight you can carry, but half it for what you can comfortably carry.
Yeah, I'm going to say you actually
I
have
think
no
if we-
problem. You have no problem carrying all this stuff out in terms of weight, but it's more about receptacles. Like there's one chest here which was carrying all the scrolls and potions, but everything, all the money is loose. So you're a bit short on bags to carry this, except for this mystery bag.
Why don't we? Can we test the bag a little bit? Can we like put the coin on a string and throw it into the bag?
Yeah, let's throw a couple coins down there and see if we hear them land.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or just toss them in and then turn it upside down and see
if
if
it comes out.
they come back out.
Oh, wait, I have an idea. I have a javelin. See how deep it goes.
Okay.
I think it'll go deeper than the all right. Okay.
So you managed to stick your javelin all the way in it, and more so. Actually, no. Your javelin's probably about 3 feet long. It sticks in there, and there's a bit of room to spare, basically.
And when I pull it out, does it look normal?
Yeah, it looks like you did when you left it, and
There's
you,
no,
you
like-
did feel an end in there. Like you poke it, and you feel like there's a
All
resistance.
right. Let's throw the money in there and get.
And see if, but let's throw the money and see if it comes out. Can we do that, Andrew?
Do one more test.
Just a handful of money in, and then
Then
tip
dump
it up.
it.
Yeah, dump
And
it.
then-
In fact,
Turgar, why
let's see if
don't
there's
you-
anything else in there.
Turgar, you just stick
Falls
your
right
hand
in.
and head all the way in. Let's
Yeah.
just put it over your head and see if you can see anything.
So indeed, you pour some money in, you pour it out, it falls. The same amount falls out, no more,
Perfect.
no less.
All right,
Magic
well,
bag. Great.
Magic bag.
We got Hermione Granger's bag.
Otherwise known as a bag of holding. If somebody wants to write that down.
Okay.
Ooh.
And what does it do?
Oh.
Wah, wah, wah. Okay, so
Great.
it manages to.
Shoveling it in. Yeah.
So before we leave, then now we've got the money taken care of.
Seriously,
other
It's all
thing-
about the money for you, isn't it? Trevor?
Troglodytes don't need
No, I don't
money.
care.
Should we leave this fledgling society anything, or just
No.
totally pillage?
Pillage.
All right.
They didn't earn it.
Ah,
Andrew,
Well, you do have a note to wonder where this money came from, of course.
Mhm.
I just figured
Well-
Expectico was loaded.
but we could bring it back to our lane.
Loaded because of. all
Let's
this-
give it to Ramna. He can start his own winery.
Nice.
His own wine. Is that a thing he said he wanted to do?
Like,
Well,
Andrew, I have a question just because I feel like this is significant stuff with the rings and the horn. How do we divide these up without having any idea what they are?
That is a great question.
And we can always trade them afterwards if we find out. Yes.
I think.
Well, yeah,
like
if it's a ring of finger slicing, I mean, you may not want it. But if it's a ring that does something great, then yeah, you may.
And
you may
Ram
want
is
it.
a smart butto, so it's like what we could do is basically take all this back to Ramna, and Ramna with all the various books and things like that, be like, oh, this is a ring of summoning. Oh, this.
That's a
is
good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, let's throw everything in the bag then and get out of here.
Cool. I will note that
Does
Nimmerlian does
Elephanto
have...
fit in the bag?
No, you do. You do find actually the pouring all the coins into the bag. You note that the level of coinage actually starts to reach the top. You
Cool.
can even squeeze that wooden chest in there, but once you've got that, you basically filled the entire thing, and there's a little space left over, but not much.
Cool.
Nim, you do actually have the identify spell in your list, which
Yes.
is exactly what you need to irrefutably figure out what these items are.
So we can
Without-
we can kind of say that when we get outside somewhere safe, she'll go around and she'll identify each.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
great.
Perfect.
There we go.
But
And I'm gonna take she also runs up to one of the lanterny things on the wall and like takes it, disassembles it so that she can get the what did you call it?
Brazier.
Brass brazier.
I just want to call it a brazier.
Brasserie.
I want to
Isn't
call
that
it
the name of a new park in Stittsville?
guys, if we snuck into this place, there might be a
Yeah.
bunch of baddies getting out.
Well, should
Also
we
just
maybe
killed the person who was charming them?
should we see
Are
if we can
the,
get through that trap door and then maybe have a long rest?
Are the troglodytes still here? Could we ask them to escort us?
They have, when they saw Elephanto and decided that they weren't going to take you on, they moved back to where they came from.
Yeah, let's
We
just exit Elephanto first.
Let's grab Iggy on the way out.
Iggy is not there.
Oh.
He was there at the beginning of the match. I checked.
So can we get through that door?
I'll say once you get to this side, you find a way to dismantle the mechanism, no doubt through Christine's stone cunning.
I'm so good at that.
Yeah. Just for giggles, we should have you roll for that because you roll for it every session.
Oh boy.
No pressure.
Ah,
hey,
I'm
come
so
on.
cunning.
So cunning.
So you totally find a way to dismantle the
I'm gonna go
mechanism,
like-
which kept it.
And
That's
Elephanto's
stone,
coming
alright.
with us, right, Andrew?
The Elephanto's
I'm-
come with you, yep.
Good.
Can he fit through the door?
He can go all the way
Yeah,
through
Electrode was
the
able to
regular
get through.
sections. Once
Yeah,
you get
explain to
down
one
to
through it.
the-
You're right.
Once you get down to the southern part, remember
Uh-oh.
that part where one of the soldiers, I think his name was Blaze, sort of looked at you and said, "Are you sure you want to go through with this, or stick with your story, or whatever?" Anyway, right.
Elephanto's
down,
gonna be trapped down here?
No, he can make it all this way down. It's just it starts to become a tight fit.
Oh, I
You
see.
start getting-
Okay.
But let's just see if there's anywhere he definitely can't make it. I'm going to go to the first level of the layer.
I don't even remember how to get out of here.
You go south a whole lot. And then... All right, there's the matter of the boat.
Iggy.
Yeah, he's not there. This is from like when...
No, I got him. I grappled him. Damn it.
Damn it, this is cool. So he can fit there, he can fit there.
But the elephant can swim.
It's true, the elephant can swim. He probably could make that no problem. Yeah, you can get the elephant out of there. That's
Yay!
Okay. So you escort the elephant back up, and let's cast our time forward a bit as you make your way back up. As you get through the first level of this layer,
Mhm.
you start coming across soldiers or guards. They're not wearing especially good armor or carrying good weapons, but they're all uniformly like sitting on the ground, weeping. Weapons
are we,
cast
by the way?
aside and from- You're all
We're at the bottom of the new map.
yeah, but I mean it's really not doesn't matter. Like nothing's stopping you or getting your way or anything. So, like you cross back through 15, the big pool of water with the boat.
Okay.
And then you go north, and then you go through that big entry chamber with the big mud in the middle.
Okay.
Here I can.
Did you say that they're all sitting down, they've cast their weapons aside, and they're weeping?
That's correct.
Wonder if they're sad that Explictica died. Or maybe they just realized what happened because the curse broke. I don't know.
Or maybe they realize that their PVR didn't record properly and they don't know who won Jeopardy last
No boogers.
So anyway, you arrive at the first entrance area where the stairs led upwards to the swamp above. And again, those four. Here, I'll move somebody up there to reference your party. Make it
I see
Glanda.
Burgers up there.
You're right.
So if you find Glanda, click on Glanda, you'll see essentially where you are, and those 4 dudes are sitting around, weeping and essentially not in control of their emotions. But they offer you no resistance if you're just making your way.
Cool.
And Elephanto has had to squeeze through a couple of tight spaces. You had to maybe take a door or 2 off their hinges to get him through there, but he gets through.
All right.
And with
let's
that,
get
you
hell out of here.
Can't believe nobody here wants to talk about the
Do we
elephant
want
in
to
the room.
talk to any of them as we go, guys? Do we want
No,
to?
The
they're
curse.
I mean,
we're really weak right now.
I don't think
Yeah,
we're
but
in
they're
any
not gonna-
position.
I don't know. I'm just kind of curious if we can get any information out of them. But
I think as we walk past, you probably go, "Hey, buddy, what's the deal?"
well, I mean, and Nim's kind of that like awkwardly like. So I think she just like puts her arm around one of them and pats them on the, like I don't know. She can't read people very well, but she's somehow charming, right? Isn't that her thing?
yeah, despite herself, she's fairly charming.
Yes.
You get a sense doing this. He looks up at you, and you see in his eyes like he's kind of got that look of the shattered person. Like he's lost is the one word that comes to describe him, and he's sort of struggling to grapple onto what's real and what's happened to him.
I think we say, "You're free, buddy." Listen.
Yeah, I think Nim's kind of like, the demon that had hold of you has now gone, and you must gain your strength and take these others back to their homes. I believe in you. You're not a bad person. You were just in a bad situation.
Wow, and he looks at you with hope and like you've connected the dots for him. He says, thank you, my lady. He goes over to the other guys around and says, we must go back to the village. Maybe we'll find our answers there.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
Good for you, Nimrillion.
Thank you. That was important.
So, days of travel pass as you head back towards, you find your mounts waiting for you outside, and you make your way back to Orlane. It's about 4 days of travel. But you
What
do
happened to
eventually-
Elephanto?
Elephanto decides to stick with you for a while.
Yeah, because they're kind of friendly. They're very smart. They're
Yay.
like, yeah.
And they'll never forget us.
Full
Yeah.
Newportants for every one of those 4 days.
So Elephanto's no longer under my charm, but it's our friend for real.
Did we do a long rest during these 4 days?
Yes,
Sure.
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm
You,
gonna reset everything.
Wow.
I totally slept in
And
like most of those days.
Also, Andrew, during those 4 days, I'm assuming Nim was able to identify each of the items for everyone.
Yes. Well, you totally can. That's not so hard. I see that we're just a bunch of black boxes, so clearly Jitsy's not having a good time or the internet is bad. So if you're not
I
seeing
can
our
I can
lovely
see
faces-
everybody right now.
I see everyone
Yeah.
as well.
Oh, that's good. It just must be the streaming computer, which is having a bad day. Okay, so here is the stuff. The bag you have figured out is known as the bag of holding. The boots are known as boots of Elvenkind. Actually, you probably figured this out really quickly because, they make these where you come from. Boots of Elvenkind, when you're wearing them, your steps make no sound, regardless of the surface you are moving across. You have advantage on stealth checks that rely on moving silently. So, whoever wants to wear
Is
those,
anybody
could
a
wear
rogue?
those.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, it doesn't
Norman.
have to be me because I'm not really rogue-like.
Those would be good for Norman.
Yeah.
You have to be an elf to wear them?
Nope. Anybody can.
I say whoever's the
That's not
loudest.
a Nim thing. Nim is certainly not a stalker. So
Norman, wouldn't those help you?
I mean, what are you saying?
Well, you like to sneak
You're
up on
not-
people. You've been our roguey kind of guy.
Yeah, I mean, I've got those monk
Spooky.
skills. I've got gnome cunning.
Excuse me.
what did you just call me?
Sure. I mean, I'll take them. I'm just looking. I didn't think I was a particular. I guess maybe I wouldn't even know if I was a loud person. Maybe I just.
No, I wouldn't. I would say not to give it to the give it to the person who's best going to use. Like, none of us are really sneaking up on anybody.
It's
yeah,
true.
but you do seem to just that's like your style.
All right, I'll take them. I like some sweet kicks.
Okay.
Yeah.
You so the horn, you think it is the horn of silent alarm. When you use an action to blow on it, one creature of your choice can hear the horn blare, provided the creature is within 600 feet of the horn and not deafened. No other creature hears sound coming from the horn.
And what does that do?
So
So the creature hears it.
So it lets you alert somebody who's a fair distance away, but nobody else can hear it blasting.
That'd be good if you're trapped or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, I kind of already have a spell like that, so I don't think I need that.
Oh, yeah, to create a multi-front assault.
Well, I'm just going to throw this out there again. Wouldn't that make sense if Norman is? I would say that goes to either Norman or I, because he scouts a lot. But then some. Could I use that if I was in an animal form, Andrew?
What if he was a snake? Could he blow the horn as a snake?
A little snake horn.
Would he have to be a puffer fish?
You would need to have lips and something to blow with.
Just throwing it out there. I think that should go to Norman as well. If he's going to play sort of scout observer, which he has been doing. That would be
I feel like some of these rings coming up are going to be badass. I mean, I'll take all of these early. I'll take the horn. Give me the horn. Horn's fine.
No, but we can change things. It's not set in stone.
So it's the horn of what?
Silent alarm.
I'm writing everything in the notes and I'm taking the little descriptor on the internet and putting under it to help us.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Yeah. This is not a game. We're gonna help each other. I'm thinking just team. I'm not. Ultimately, we all benefit from it.
Some people are individualistic and some people are more community based.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm a
Rolex
socialist in my old
watch
age.
Jared is taking.
And it's just a roll. It's not even magic.
The jeweled bracelet and the ruby ring are not magical, but they are well designed and well crafted, and they're worth a fair amount of money.
Tiffany bracelet.
I think those should go to Norman.
Just like bling me out. I want to look like Mr. T walking out of his cave, walking out of the woods.
You know what? All the money should probably go to Norman too. You know.
Just everything goes to Norman.
He really kept it together. So the ivory ring with the delicate filigree is a +1 ring of protection. It will literally just add 1 to your armor class. That is what it does.
I might like that as a weak little feather.
It doesn't add anything to your hit points.
My AC is currently 12 and I only have 14 hit points.
Yeah, mine's 15. So I think yours.
I think
anybody lower than 12?
I'm also 12, so guess I'll
for
get by me.
hit points.
Hit
armor
points? No, I
class.
thought armor class.
Does it increase your armor class or your hit points, Andrew? Sorry.
Armor class.
Just armor class.
So
My
it would
armor
make
class
it,
is 15, so
like-
I definitely do not need it. And then when I'm in a bear or whatever, I do not need that.
It gives you one more plus AC.
That's right.
Okay.
The glass ring is a
Who's
ring
taking
of
that?
three.
Numeralian?
Numeralian can take it.
Yeah.
Let
Why,
Andrew
um,
describe all the things, and then we can decide.
Well, we can just This
That's
is
I
fun.
love the free for all. That's the way it goes.
Because I mean, Elephanto should get the ivory ring. I
For
mean,
real.
Oh, zing.
with his blessing, though. Yeah, I guess somebody has to get out.
The ring, the glass ring, is a ring of free action. And while you're wearing the ring, difficult terrain doesn't cost you extra movement. And in addition, magic can't reduce your speed, and it can't cause you to be paralyzed or restrained.
Wow.
So it's a pretty big deal. You may remember you were traveling knee deep or waist deep through the mud. That would have your movement speed. If you're wearing this ring, that would not be the case.
Andrew, could I have that ring?
Yeah, I was gonna say Joe John.
Okay.
Up to me.
Do I have it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm now getting down on one knee.
Oh my god.
and I am giving the ring to Nima.
And Nima takes the ring and looks him in the eye and says, "You ruined my wedding, and I'll never ever forgive you."
Fair
I was
enough.
gonna say this whole thing started at your wedding.
Did you throw the ring away?
She threw it in the air so that it could be found, but
And then I caught it and I put it on.
Perfect.
Okay, the potions are in order. Gaseous form does what it says on the tin. It turns you into a gas for a short time.
Cool.
Next one.
That's me whenever I have bean stew.
Whoa. Waka waka. Next one is a potion of invisibility.
What does that do?
That pairs well with silent boots.
You know what? I'm
Silent Boots
realizing
over here.
I should just be sending all. I should have been sending these details straight to Brooke, who was doing the identification. So I'll do that for last one because it might be fun.
Okay.
I thought there's
Where
six.
is
Are there
this
6
information
potions?
show up to me?
There's 6 potions, right?
Yes, there are. I'm gonna send Brooke the last detail
How?
by
chat.
message. You'll see a chat come up in Jitsi.
Oh no, in Jitsu? Okay.
Jitsu.
In Jiu-Jitsu.
We're using the new Jitsu, I believe.
I'm on my phone, remember? So this might be actually kind of hard to find.
Here, do you want me to message you on Facebook?
Hey, I can actually do it on North Star too, but I'll do that.
Yeah, do it on North Star because I truly can't see the chat.
Okay, God, you're so hard to deal with. All right.
I'm sure there's a ring that'll change that.
Who is listening to loud things?
Okay, message. Really? Can't contain. Oh, that's what I can do. Okay, hold on. Send. Oh, come on. Maybe I'd mess something up and you can't do that anymore. Okay, I'll just tell you, and you can figure out what you're going to tell everybody else. So the other potions, so we had gaseous form, invisibility, clairvoyance, lets you essentially see in distant places. The fourth one is a filter of love. It's a love potion. And then there are 2 healing potions.
Okay.
And last but not least, the scrolls. They are wizard scrolls. One is Stinking Cloud.
Oh, yeah.
That was used on you recently, so
Yeah.
you're well acquainted with that.
Jordan's in gaseous form.
The next one is Slow.
Does this mean only wizards can use these scrolls?
Technically, I think if you have the capacity to cast spells, anybody can.
Okay.
But Numeralian can technically copy these into her spellbook if she is really good.
Yeah.
We're not losing Nimmerlian, right?
What do you
Well,
mean?
she's not dead yet.
Well, if something, yeah,
Like
I know
after
you.
that wedding rejection, she might just like,
Yeah,
screw
gone
you
now, yeah.
guys.
I thought you had alluded to something like that, Brooke. I'm not. There's nothing
No,
secret.
the idea was if I did die, then
Ah,
I
I
would
see.
pick another character.
Okay. That's all I was.
Yeah, Nimralian will stick around for sure.
There was no secret talks that you weren't aware of. How we were going to knock you off by Joe Jondron offering you a poisoned glass ring.
Then he was gonna knock you up and say that no, I need to be the one working. Yeah, it was a whole thing.
Matt in chat also correctly notes that a ring of protection gives you a +1 to your saving throws as well.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So
Where
that's
do I
handy.
write that? That's so exciting.
Okay, so far so we need to divvy up those potions. the scrolls, but I'm assuming Nimmerlane, you're going to take those.
If I can put them into my spell book, that's pretty boss.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you've dealt with the because you need to make a roll for those. There's a chance that you might not actually do it.
Right. And then there's the thing too, though, that technically, if I have 4 days for all this to happen, I could portent myself up and like portent my way to making sure that I do it properly in those 4 days.
You have successfully gamed the system. That's right.
You're giving us 4 whole days. I'm gonna use those 4 days.
Today I feel really lucky.
And it's like the training montage in the woods on our way back, where we just get good at it, all the stuff. Yeah.
But she's like writing books a whole bunch and like papers are flying everywhere.
This one sucks. I'm doing it again.
Yeah.
All right. So you eventually return to Orlane with all of your stuff and all of your companions. The elephant feels like he'll go with you. Dan, you can now put the elephant in your list of wild shapes. Unfortunately, you can't transform into it yet because you don't have enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to be a higher level to transform into the elephant. But when you do, it'll be pretty amazing.
Well, what about who's taking those potions?
Well, what's possible too is that like I could hold them all, and then if and when someone needs a certain potion, it can be tossed. Like that's a possibility too, because she's very much a potionsy gal. So I don't think she'd want to be using any of them aside from maybe the clairvoyance one. Unless other people really want to have them on them, I
think one of the healing potions could go to one other person in case we're split up in any sort of battle, so that whoever's closest to that person can give them the potion.
Perfect idea. I have no healing spells as of right now, so having one on me would be a good call. And then other folks who've got potions.
Because you usually hang back, and I feel like Joe John is usually right in front, so I feel like Joe John should have one of them, and then if Tergar's up front with him and they need help, you know what I mean? I feel like Norman and I are kind of in the middle sometimes. Perf.
Okay. In your 4 days, you do manage to count all of these coins. There are 110 platinum pieces. I don't know if anybody's writing this down.
I'm writing it down.
A bunch of people writing it down. 890 gold pieces. And 1,302 silver pieces.
Okay. So that is...
Is there any copper?
There are no copper pieces. He doesn't deal in trifling copper.
So that's 22 platinum pieces each.
Are you doing it by hand or are you calculator?
A calculator. I'm not that good.
I don't know. You were a teacher.
Yeah, a drama English teacher.
I just pictured you doing the line and like carry over and everything.
And then 178 gold pieces each.
Oh shoot! Am I supposed to be?
I'm writing it down. I'm writing it down.
And then 260 silver pieces each.
Cool.
Plus 2 extra silver pieces that we can throw into the water for good luck.
Well, we're gonna like paint Orlane red, aren't we?
Yeah, we're gonna go get a drink probably.
Oh, and that's the other thing. Well, we've divided this, but are we giving some of it back?
What?
Well, there's also still when we left when we entered into the temple at the very beginning, there was that horse carriage thing full of money too, right? That we needed to return to the town. So I'm assuming
you would have probably taken that back, like, with you to go back to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it had a whole bunch of money in it too.
Yeah, so we'll just give that back because that was the plan anyway.
Yeah, and look, we risked our lives, so they get their town, we get that.
Trickle down economics. We'll spend money in there.
Yeah,
we'll buy goods and services.
That's right.
Listen, the sudden influx of cash, as I think Andrew pointed out, not giving the money to the troglodytes avoided rampant inflation in the troglodyte community.
Yeah, we're helping.
And you could probably doing the same thing in Orlane. You know, the sudden influx of money, it doesn't do anybody any good. So speaking of Orlane, you do eventually see the town in the distance. feels you've got that travel weariness in your bones from having come all this way, but it feels good to finally get there. And as you pull up, you see Ramna as well as some of the other folks that you had met while you were there. The ranger, whose name escapes me briefly, Alan Claiborne and his wife Marique Claiborne are also there with him, and they greet you as you arrive with smiles on their faces and say, "Clearly, you have succeeded in ridding Orlane of the evil that's plagued it for so long. Tell us of your adventures."
We have a bard for that.
Hello! You'll never imagine what happened to us. Why, we traveled near and far, and we fought troglodytes and worms and wizards. And
Meanwhile, I'm playing my horn along to this, but only we can hear it. None of them can hear it.
As you play the horn, you sound the first note, and a giant mass of bubbles explodes around you, completely surrounding and blinding you. It does not, in fact, do what you thought it might do.
The horn?
Yep.
Is it just me surrounded in bubbles, or is it everybody?
It's pretty much just around you. It's like maybe there's a 5-foot radius surrounding you.
And I still see us in the dungeon. Bubbles. Should I be seeing us somewhere else?
Oh, sure, I can move it somewhere else. Let's move this back
I'm
to
so
Orlane.
sorry. I thought I knew what that horn was after all.
Foam party. Did my
Welcome to Club
did the horn
Explicit.
sound good? Did it make any noise? Was it pleasing? Did I play a good tune?
It sounds like.
Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Bubbles.
Are we blind, or this is just like a cute thing for a second?
It's a cute thing for a second and eventually goes away, and it lightens the mood tremendously. It doesn't add much to the storytelling, unfortunately.
Okay, I wasn't sure if we were
kind of steals focus.
That's okay. I'm used to it.
So they tell you that the upshot of what they tell you is that essentially 4 days ago, everybody stopped being assholes. They realized the spell, they were under a spell. About half the population devolved into weeping and crying. It took them a while to get over. But it was clear that they were under Explitica's control. And that's when that happened, they were aware that clearly the great adventurers that went out to confront Explitica must have succeeded.
But there needs to be a wish in order to completely just kill her. Ramna?
Yes. Yes, Georgiandra.
Go on, teach us a wish.
We know you have a wish.
I wish I had a wish.
Don't use your wish on that.
Ramna, we'd like you to join our group.
He says, "Oh no, I've had my adventuring days are long behind me now. I'm very comfortable here."
Would you like to,
Ramna? How do you feel about me now? Because we did get off to a rocky start. I'm just curious where we're at.
Well, you have all proven yourselves as great friends to the village.
Sure, but what about me specifically?
Well, I think I'll always be a little mistrustful of you for that whole
Christ's
breaking
sake.
into my cottage.
Damn it.
I
Ramna,
understand
how much
that
money?
you had your motives.
How much money do you need?
I need for very little, young one.
Give me a number.
Well, what things did you find in Explitica's lair?
We literally didn't find anything. We didn't find anything, I promise.
Have you met Elephanto, though?
I could not help but notice your new companion. You found this in the lair of Explitica? I find this highly unlikely.
No, it's that wand you gave me produced Elephanto. So thanks for that. 'Cause he's been a real treat on this trip.
Yes, I think maybe I should take that wand back.
I was wondering if you'd want it back. I mean,
Yes.
it's used now, so like, you sure?
That's fine. It is a dangerous item. I stopped using it once when a lightning bolt was cast in a very close proximity.
Oh, cool. I've seen it. It worked out fine for me, so I
Oh,
can
you
keep
are.
it. Yeah.
You know, Ramna, the only sad thing is just that this elephant doesn't have a home. We don't know where it should go. And it seemed like it needs someone who has a lot of time on their hands and is a very caring person with a lot of place to roam, but we have no idea where it could possibly live.
It could
And
just
with
stay
that-
with me. I don't mind.
And with that, there's a look that's cast between Ramna and the elephant as old souls look into each other's eyes and they link and says, yes, I think this elephant could find a home here. Yes, I think that would just do well.
Oh, okay. I'm all right with that. I like that. I'm good. No, it's going to stay in a nice home that'll be loved. And that's really what I think all of us want at the end of the day.
So there is a great party that night as you are feted and on your return, and your story spreads like wildfire. All the farmers come in from around the area.
Nima's
on-
curious to see, does the daughter reunite with her asshole father who's now no longer a jerk?
Yes, they do, and there are many tears shed. Many families reunited this way. They were split by the allegiance to the cult. Grover Ruskadell is particularly chagrined and humbled by the experience. And over the days that followed, the life in the town returns to normal. There's a period of readjustment and guilt as the former cult members realize some of the things they've done. Even Misha Devi rolls in, chagrined and looking to atone for the things that she's done.
Chagrined.
She takes up residence in the temple to embark on what you imagine is a long period of atonement with her god. You are accorded the status of honored citizens. The mayor Zacharias gives you a fairly shabby wooden key to the city, which is very, very symbolic, seeing as the city doesn't actually have walls. But he makes a big show of it, and being a woodworker, it's actually pretty sweet. So whoever wants to carry the novelty key to the city, to the town of Orlane, you should totally mark that down.
It will match my position of privilege.
Likely.
May I ask if someone specific is in the area?
Yeah. Oh, who would you like to ask about?
Just wondering if old Shimmering Pete's in the neighborhood.
Well, it's funny. He doesn't come by this way. He likes to work with a more receptive audience, and Orlane has not been very receptive as of late. So he's not
okay.
around.
Fair enough.
But there's been tale that he's been around. He's been seen in the area,
To know.
but he's not here right now. So with that, everybody gains an experience level.
Whoa!
Another one.
Yes. So you lot go up to 4, and Nemrelian goes up to 5.
Holy Hannah!
Okay.
Yes. Yes, PJ says, every small town wizard needs an elephant. Right. So what that means for you at level 4, it's actually not terribly exciting, in that you don't have to do a whole lot of math and such. You can choose one ability that can go up by 2, or 2 that go up by 1 each. Or if you're desperate, you can find that there are what are called feats. You can choose from the list of feats, which I'll send to you. We don't have to decide this now, but the other exciting thing that happens is you get to roll for your hit points, which we could do now, which always is a lot of fun. So you can either choose to take the high average, which means half plus 1 of the die that you use to roll your hit points. You can just automatically take that, or you can gamble and roll that die and see what it gives you. We know Al has been burned by this more than once.
But I gained big time. So it's our hit die plus
For
1.
most of you,
Am I still
that's a die.
bardically inspired, which I haven't cashed in since the cave?
You cashed it in. That's the.
Oh, I did cash it in.
No,
I
you,
did cash it in.
Yeah, you can't use your bardic inspiration on hit point.
So if it's our die, like my shillelagh attack, it's +6.
For everybody, it's a die 8, except for Jordan, who it's a die 10, and Nimralian, it's a die 6.
So it'd be 9 points, or I roll a 20 and.
No, you roll that. For you, you'd roll an 8-sider. And then
so I could get a maximum of 16. Oh, plus my sorry. No. But what's the gamble?
Yeah,
I'm tired.
Yeah,
a long day.
roll the gamble is that you're rolling the die at all, or you can just decide to take the high average. So for an 8-sided die, it would be you'd automatically get a 5.
Right. Okay.
Do I
so
automatically get a 4 plus 1?
You would automatically get a 4 plus your Constitution bonus, which I think for you is even negative. So you just don't gain. I don't think you actually
the
take
1 Constitution bonus, which means I could get 3, right?
That's true. I'll double check real quick, but I don't know if you actually lose hit points when you gain levels.
So if I
no, I wouldn't lose hit points. It's just that if I did my hit die, that would be an average would be 4 plus my Constitution bonus, which is -1.
Well,
so
exactly. Yeah.
3. Oh, but if I rolled a 0, would I go down? Is what you're saying?
Well, no, you.
I'm rolling the dice. Here we go.
He's rolling the dice. I love it. All right, roll an 8-sided.
Hey!
Hey, he wins this time.
Nice.
So it's a 7
All right.
plus his Constitution bonus.
It is for him.
Plus
That's plus
0.
Plus 0. So 7 more hit points, Al. Congratulations.
Excellent.
Ah, shit.
Oh, Dan.
So I get 4.
You do get 4 hit points.
Okay.
That's
Otherwise,
gambling
it's
for you.
half. What do we get if we don't roll? Half of
you
it plus
get-
Constitution.
Half plus 1.
Plus 1. So for a die 8, you would
Half
get
plus
5,
1.
and then you would add your Constitution on top of that. So for Glenda, that would be 9 hit points total.
Yeah,
that
that's why I always take that one because it's.
That's pretty good.
And my
Yeah.
Constitution's
Sick.
4, so I'm like, it's fine. It's not.
Wait, so for me, I
gonna
roll a
do that.
d10. Half is 5 plus 2 for Constitution, so 7. If I don't roll,
For you, the high average on a die 10 is 6. So it would be 6 plus 2 for 8 if you didn't roll. Yeah.
so if I
But
did
you-
roll, I could beat it with a 9 or a 10. Is that right?
You could beat it. Well, if you roll a 7, 8, 9, or 10, you would get more hit points than if you just took the high average.
Because your
Oh, because
Constitution would still be
I'd
on the
still
roll.
add. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Andrew, does that impact my wild shape hit points? By the way,
It does. It should automatically calculate.
it didn't change.
Oh, it didn't change?
No,
I also have
it's still
2
40.
Okay. I will look that up for you.
Thank you.
Hmm.
2 quick questions. Question number
Yes.
1, I've forgotten. So question number 2, when I'm level 5 now, what happens for me? Do I also have the chance to bring 2 things up by 1 or 1 thing up by 2 or what?
No, you already had that at level 4. For you, it's pretty boring at wizard level 5, but the big deal is you gain your first 3rd level spells. So that's the big deal for you. And you gain a certain number, actually. Classes. Oh, I was already here. So for a wizard, you gain each level. Oh, shoot. Of course, it's right here somewhere.
Oh, I remember my first question too.
Okay, let's go for that, and maybe I'll remember. what
I
the
am
other thing is.
not
said
rolling,
that's-
by the way.
Oh,
Okay,
you are?
so you're just taking the 8 hit points.
You said that there were 6 potions, and I can only remember 5. Gaseous form, invisibility, clairvoyance, 2 healing potions, and
The filter of love.
oh right, thank you, and thanks, Christine. Okay. And then I'm gonna next time we meet, which will be like in a month, I'll have the stinking cloud, the slow, as well as my cool thing that I need the brass brazier for. I just want to call it that,
Yes.
so I'm going to.
Why not?
All of that
Yeah,
will be
sirs.
added in.
Yeah, and I'm just looking. You gain spells, but I can't figure out where it is. So maybe somebody in chat will remember what happens for mages or wizards when they gain a level, how many new spells they get. So I know it's in here somewhere, and I can't find it immediately. So let's see who races through Google to find that first.
Come on, you guys are the best.
Come on. Hey, there's 5 people watching us. That's crazy.
High five, people. Thank you.
So, wow, we didn't even take our break. We're at this point. So you guys spend a little time chilling in Orlane, basically getting things back on their feet, painting the town red, spreading some money around, and eventually
Is
you
Iggy
feel like it's
home?
time to move on.
Yeah, what about Iggy?
Iggy does not come back to Orlane.
Interesting.
Oh, she took him. Wait, how?
Well, Iggy was never a resident of Orlane. He never lived here, but he did live and work out of Hotchok, which is a larger city, large town verging on city, some distance to the east, which has more supplies and things that might be useful for you as adventurers. Orlane is a farming village, so eventually you kind of get to the point where you've done everything you're going to do in Orlane, and you feel like, you know what, we should probably, you know, there's also some elements of your experience level training that you need to conduct in Hotchok that you can't do in Orlane. So you okay. So you head over to Hotchok and you spend some time there, and at this point you complete your leveling up, and we'll figure that out and sort that all out for our next session. And it's while you're there that PJ is suggesting you should buy a house there and settle down and never play again, I guess.
Just
So
live with
while you're-
Elephanto.
Sorry, I just need to look up something real quick.
Take your
You
time.
get-
We'll entertain.
Yes, you better. Glenda receives a message, and I'll tell you where she receives it from because it's kind of interesting, the method that they have for that. Yes, it's a business called Brank Sendings. So there's no telephone system in the world that you live on, but there's a hell of a lot of magic, and there's a spell called Sending, which literally lets you send a 25-word message to anyone, anywhere.
Like a tweet.
And a very industrious wizard named Mylord Brank set up in
I know my Lord Brank.
You probably have heard of him. You may not have socialized with him, but
No, I meant in
he's-
real life.
oh really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. No relation. So he set up a business where essentially he staffs these little businesses with wizards that have the sending spell, and for a gold piece, you can have them send the message to one of several outlets they have in different places across the world. So it is by this way that Glonda is tracked down in Hotchok and receives a message, which I will find and give to you. So entertain the crowd for me a second while I track down this message. So
I just want to find a good quarterstaff. I've been missing it ever since mine snapped into rolling a 1.
Yeah.
So if anybody sees a nice shiny one in the window in the storefront, let me know.
You know, you can go inside the stores to find them too.
Eh,
All right. How dare I?
Well, they definitely have quarterstaffs here. It's it's a town that's got a little bit of everything. In fact, a city that has a lot of everything.
if I get 2, can it be a half staff?
Oh, buy one get one free.
Just tape them together and make them really long.
Yeah. So I'll give you a little backstory on that message, Glonda, aka Christine.
Uh-huh.
When you were a sailor, one of the jobs you had was as the third mate in the crew of a ship called the Wyvern that was captained by Rardath Fasquotan. And this was down in the Azure Sea, down to the south, well south of where you are. And this, did you get the message that I sent you through Jitsi there?
Yes.
So that's the message you receive.
Hey, Glada, you got a weird look on your face. What gives? It looks like you just got a message.
Funnier than normal, we should say.
Guys, I might have to go.
Where?
Huh?
Why?
Beg your pardon?
How?
I need to go south. We'll
come with you.
Wouldst thou come with me?
I mean, yeah.
Is there food and drink south?
Always. Where I'm from? Hell yeah, buddy.
Okay, then yeah, I'm in.
Is there going to be? Are we going to be near the sea at all?
I don't know.
Well,
Any-
I'm changing the map so I can show you where you'll be.
But
Any snakes involved?
Ooh.
FYI, everybody, when we got the caravan and I got a scroll and I saved onto it so that I could turn it into a spell, it was called Find Familiar, which is basically a Patronus that I can now have, and it's just a sweet little Patronus that can like fight for us and do different things, and it's a cute little animal that I just cast as a ritual. So we now have for now, we have a little bat following us.
Oh, he's a bat.
Where-
Just a little bat just following us, being cute, dangling from Nim's arm, just like.
Andrew, where are we on that map?
So I have just marked it. It is Orlane up here.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
I know this is a very high level map, but essentially where Glonda is talking about is down there, a place called Saltmarsh.
Yes.
Well, look, guys, in the tradition that, has already been set, I'm going to recommend we go north.
Tergar. No.
Okay, fine. I just wanted to put it out there.
Bard, what has made you need to go north or south all of a sudden?
Well, between the time that we all went to summer camp together and reuniting at your wedding, I was a sailor.
Yes.
And while I was a sailor, I was third mate on this ship, and my captain and I had a very close relationship. Platonic, we were pals.
All right.
And he was like family to me, and it seems that he's leaving me something special.
So, you're just collecting a package.
We're like an inheritance?
Hold on. I'm not sure. I'm messaging Andrew. It's not a
We're just doing a little bit of a mail run. We're just going
no.
Is this the Costco we've heard so much about?
Nice. I'm getting my own ship.
Oh.
The ship that
All right.
I worked on, that I was a third mate. I'm not good enough to be first, but now I'm gonna be a captain, fellas.
Well, I'm excited for you because this gives me an opportunity to meet some sea creatures.
And I have multiple familiars that can be oceanic, and up until now that was very useless to me.
And I've always been looking for a chance to overcome my irrational fear of water.
I'm remembering that moment just a little while ago where you were sucked underneath by a giant snake woman.
That's maybe
Barely.
what started it.
Yeah, that could have
Can
been.
you ding again where we are?
Rennie, Ulek.
This is so big.
Yeah, it is pretty big. Dinging where you are now. Bing, Orlane up there.
Oh, okay. And then we're just going south, but mostly east. No, we're going southeast, right?
Where are we going?
Southeast.
We're going to Salt
You are-
Marsh?
That's right.
Oh, Saltmarsh. I've been there.
Good old start. Possibly,
have?
but well,
Have I been there?
you know what? We'll deal with this. Next session as to whether you've been there before. We'll maybe do a little bit more backstory history stuff.
All right.
For now, this feels like a pretty good place to draw the session to a natural close. Having saved the village of Orlane, is there anything you'd like to reflect on in this past adventure?
The bat gets caught in Nima's hair, and she spends about 45 minutes untangling it. It's important.
I continue to mutter to myself, I wish we kept the elephant instead of that bat.
Before we really left Orlane, I've gone door to door and unlocked every single door with my key, just to say I'm checking in.
This is my house now.
Just using my privilege. I have a position of privilege.
I was right
with
behind you, but you couldn't tell because I was wearing my fancy silent shoes.
Nice.
And while you were all doing that, I, well, in Orlane, but also in this city that we're in right now. What's this brick and mortar hellhole called again, Andrew?
Orlane. Or Hot Talk is.
Yeah, in all of them, I'm continuously stopping and performing my Speak with Animals ritual and greeting and just, sharing a moment with all the animals.
Oh,
All of them,
nice.
including your bat.
That's fair.
Oh yeah, my bat. Yeah, he's ready.
I like your bat.
Oh, thank you. And also Nima, I feel like Nima and Jojo kind of have a sit down and they talk through their feelings a little bit and how it's really, we do need to stay platonic and she's still healing from her loss of the marriage and, he's cute, but they should stay, just friends.
Jandron would also have been visited probably at one point by his patron goddess Alona, who distinctly reminds him that they're married. That you're a wife to Alona, and if you want to keep those powers you've got, remember thy oath, O paladin.
So that is quite important to me, and I tell Nima that I was just that's more important, of course.
Caught up
So,
in the
You're
moment.
married?
Yeah.
I am married to a unicorn goddess, Alona. She means the world to me.
No,
She's from a different school.
I
you
don't
know
think
her.
she does me not. Give me that horn. I'm gonna message her.
Okay, take the horn of bubbles. Go for it.
Yeah, it just creates a blinding bubble. Did you say we blinded him briefly, Andrew?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, like
him.
when soap gets in your eyes.
Technically, it's a cursed item. That's why it detected
great.
and identified as one thing, but it doesn't. It's not like glued to you or anything like that. But it is.
So I'll try and
It
trade it
is-
for something and dupe some sucker.
And we
maybe
can
you
also
get yourself
sell,
a nice quarterstaff.
We can sell the bracelet and the ring too at some point, eh?
Yeah, you surely can. We can also deal with that offline too. I think we need to
Lots
delve
to
into
catch
that.
up on.
Awesome. Well, I think this is probably a good point to wrap up for the night. So maybe we'll say thanks for watching, everybody, for our first big adventure of Crush Plays D&D as they finished the module heretofore known as Against the Cult of the Reptile God, which if I had told you that from the beginning, you would be like, oh, I know what this adventure's about.
Finally, I have a title
Right.
for the Google Doc that we've been working out of.
Adventure 1, right? Yeah.
Excellent. Hey, man, we did it.
We did it!
Yeah. Thank you, Andrew.
We got
Yay.
some
My
good
pleasure.
direction.
Congratulations.
And thank you to the very on it audience members who have kept Andrew in check as well as all of us in terms of
Yes.
the
And
rules
with
of
ship
D&D.
names. They've always brought in their ship names. And the
100.
next story seems like we're going to find my old ship, so bring them on.
It's true. It's gonna be good times.
I'm so excited
Cool.
to start the Glonda chapter.
Cool. So with that, let's shut it down for the night, and we'll be back June 17th. I think we'd figured was going to be when we
That's
pick
a
up.
Thursday.
Oh,
I think it was
then maybe
14.
that's not when we're going to pick up. Was
Yeah.
it 14th?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I sent that email that probably said the 17th then.
Yeah.
You know what? People will get an email, Facebook.
Yeah,
you know,
stay
it'll
tuned.
mention. Exactly. It'll be good. Yeah. Let's sign off for the night. Thanks, everybody, and good night.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.